Hello, I'm Jason DeVos, Technical Director of Oakville Soccer Club. Advancing every player means we've mapped out a clear pathway for player development at each level, from the House League to Player Elite. Over the course of this presentation, I will be discussing the OSC player development philosophy, giving an overview of our technical program design, and explaining the changes and improvements to our Academy and Rep programs. There are multiple benefits to the development programs at OSC. We will, first and foremost, focus on the skill development of each and every one of our players while promoting enjoyment of the game. We will drive coaching excellence in all of our programs by offering continuous and ongoing development and support for all of our coaches. We will offer our players greater access to development programs by putting in place a clear and concise development pathway. We will also make a significant investment into player development during key developmental years. The concept of advancing every player is simple. Children develop at different rates. We feel that it is imperative that we as a club give every one of our players the opportunity to develop his or her ability to its fullest extent on their own time. The focus of our programs, especially at the earlier ages, is on individual skill development. At these ages, winning does not matter and will never be placed ahead of developing the technical ability of our players. The irony is, the better job we do of developing technically skilled players, the more likely they will go on to achieve success in the game. The player development pathway at OSC will follow the 7 stages of player development outlined in the Canadian Soccer Association's long-term player development document, Wellness to World Cup. For more information on LTPD, please go to the OSC website and follow the links. The OSC player development pathway will play a very active role in the early developmental years of our players, in particular Stage 3 of LTPD, Learning to Train, between the ages of 8 and 12. It is during these years that players can make tremendous strides in skill acquisition, and all of our programs will be aligned to facilitate this. When we develop players who are capable of competing at the elite level, we will gladly partner with outside organizations to facilitate their development. The Ontario Soccer Association, Canadian Soccer Association, and professional clubs like Toronto FC all play an important role in elite player development, and they are organizations that we will work closely with to develop our top players. We will also work very closely with universities in Canada and the United States in order to showcase the talents of our top players and provide them with an opportunity to continue their soccer careers at the university level. There are essentially 5 phases of player development at the club. The Rep program begins at the under 11 age category and continues onwards to under 18. We then have under 21 teams for both men and women who compete in regional or provincial leagues. The demands of Rep soccer are intense, but it is important to understand that technical skill development is paramount throughout the Rep program. While learning how to win is part of player development, it is not and will not be placed ahead of technical skill development, especially at younger ages. There is a time to teach players how to win games, and that will be incorporated into the Rep development curriculum at the appropriate stage. All of our programs were designed with 7 principles in mind. First and foremost, all of our programs are player-centric. This means that we put the development of the player ahead of all else. Our programs are all delivered by coaches who can be paid staff coaches or volunteers. All of our coaches will be given developmental opportunities and support by the club so that they can do the best job possible delivering our programs. We will endeavor to have consistent and routine player assessments done so that parents will know and understand the criteria being used to assess players. We will ensure that as a club, we can identify players at every level of the club who are talented and will benefit from being involved in a more advanced development program. We will have structured, routine parent communication so that you, the parents, understand the programs that your children are involved in. And finally, we will develop long-term partnerships with organizations that put the development of players at the forefront of their programs. Under the previous program structure, there was a perceived separation between the youth and junior academies and the Rep B, Rep C, and House League programs. Moving forward, the Academy program will cease to exist. In its place will be a comprehensive, periodized development program for all of our Rep players. The previous Academy program at the club was restricted to a very small group of players. It was successful in providing training opportunities to those players, but due to the limited accessibility for Rep B or C team players, it did not have the desired impact on player development. The former Academy will be replaced by a comprehensive, periodized development program for all of our Rep players. In addition to our summer Rep development program, OSC players will also be given prioritized access to a winter Rep development program. The curriculum for these programs will revolve around skill development. In particular, it will focus on teaching players to master the technical skills required to be successful in the game of soccer. Ball control and manipulation, passing, receiving, dribbling, and shooting will all be integral components of this development curriculum. It will include a minimum of 2 training sessions per week in a periodized year-round program that will include a regular match schedule in the summer. This program will be available to all Rep A players from under 11 to under 18, all Rep B players from under 11 to under 16, and all Rep C players from under 11 to under 14. The primary reason that this program is not available for all Rep players from under 11 to under 18 is a lack of facility time. There are simply not enough hours available to accommodate all of our players, given that much of their days are spent in school. We have prioritized access to this program based on the age groups where this training would have the most impact. LPPD guidelines suggest that this is during the earlier stages of our Rep programs, hence the decision to offer this training to all of our Rep players below and including the under 14 age category. Our age group head coaches will oversee this program, and they will be assisted by Rafael Carbajal, our coaching development manager, as well as the Rep B and Rep C team coaches. This will facilitate the development of our coaches as well as our players. Players will not be selected to the Rep A, Rep B, or Rep C teams in the fall. Instead, players will be given an opportunity to develop their skills and abilities over the course of the winter program. The Rep A, B, and C teams will then be selected in the spring, when the respective leagues in which our teams participate require squad lists. This provides all of our Rep players with an opportunity to develop their abilities, while at the same time giving our coaches a better opportunity to assess which competitive level each player should play at in the spring and summer. Players can and will be placed in groups during training based on their level of ability, so that even the most gifted players will be challenged to improve their technical skills. The curriculum is designed in such a way that the development of one player does not rely on the ability of the others. Quarterly player assessments will be made of all of the Rep players in this program, and they will be delivered to each player's parents via an email link. Instructions on how to use this program will be provided with the first player assessment. Parents will also be given a clear understanding of the development curriculum through regularly scheduled Q&A sessions with me. Our new coaching structure involves volunteer house league, volunteer Rep B and Rep C coaches, as well as parent, technical, and referee advisory groups. These are shaded in blue. The coaching positions shaded in red are paid staff coaches, either full-time, part-time, or contract-based. Rafael Carbajal will work alongside me to develop all of our coaches, while I, as technical director, will oversee all of our coaches and advisory groups. Our rep fees will be semi-annual. There will be a winter rep fee and a summer rep fee. These two fees include all training costs, including goalkeeper training, access to the TeamSnap website facility, online player assessment tools, as well as periodic guest coaching. This fee structure allows us to provide greater value for money and standardizations of fees across every age group. Winter training is not mandatory. If players choose not to participate in the Winter Rep Development Program, that is their decision. It does, however, provide an opportunity for another player to join the program and reap the benefits of a comprehensive technical training program. Summer fees will include the cost of competing in SRSL or OISL. Costs related to extra competitions and tournaments are at the individual team's expense. Multi-installment payment plan will be available, while the Family Discount Program and Financial Assistance Plan will also be extended to this program. I encourage you to read through our Technical Development Plan and our FAQ document, both items available on the home page of our website, which extensively outlines a number of things discussed in today's presentation. I will also be hosting a Q&A session on changes to the REP program on Tuesday, August 16th at the club. In the fall, I will be leading a coaching clinic at Pine Glen Soccer Center, to which you will be invited to attend. Details of the date and time will be sent to you as soon as they are available. Thank you.